The Gen 3 Audi R8s sound rubbish. Today we're going to be changing that. I feel I'm going to throw up. Shut up! What a car! Unfortunately, on the Gen 3 models, they come with a very restrictive exhaust due to some OPF filters. So today we're actually going to be fixing the sound of the Audi R8 Gen 3 and doing it some justice with a brand new Milltek exhaust system. Let's go check it out. It's a full catback including the GPF deletes, along with a valve controller, but I'm not going to go into too much detail now. We'll get onto that a little bit later in the video when I do a nice little unboxing for you. Most importantly, let's hear what it sounds like before we get started. Let's go give it some revs. So the Gen 3 R8s have a soft limiter which doesn't allow you to rev the car over 3K. Ready?
What? Wait a minute. What? No. Is that it? No. Anyway, soft limiter on the V10. What's going on?
Which is a little bit annoying when you obviously want to show off your R8's exhaust and let people hear the V10, but obviously you can't hear that. Later on, we are going to be tuning this car and removing the soft limiter. That's something that'd be exciting. And obviously this is the rear-wheel drive model, so it's only 540 brake only. So it's only 540 brake horsepower. We are going to be unleashing that to just above what the V10 Plus has, and we're going to aim for around 640 brake horsepower just with the exhaust and a tune, which I'm even more excited about. If you can't tell, I'm very excited at the moment, like really, really excited. So we're now going to get the car up on the ramp. One thing to note, whenever you're jacking up an Audi R8, there are specific points where you need to jack the car up from, because this car has a little bit of a special chassis and you want to make sure that you don't get it wrong in case you are jacking it up yourself, which I probably wouldn't recommend. Just bring it to us and we'll do it for you. Where the exhaust is behind the rear bumper, we're now going to crack on working on removing that rear bumper. And there's also a few little extra bits at the top, such as the air boxes that we're going to have to remove as well. So the guys are going to work on it now. I don't actually work on this car because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. But luckily, we've got a few qualified fitters that are going to be doing the install on this. Stock exhaust has now been removed, which is down on the deck. The guys are just removing the factory GPFs and splitting that exhaust all up, stripping it down, ready for the new Milltek to go in. So this actually comes with the OPF deletes. Please note, these are not for road use. They are not legal to fit within the UK. So if you are going to be doing an OPF delete, make sure you bear in mind they are not road legal. Little bit of a talk about the system. It retains the OEM valve system, so it'll work with the OEM valves, but I have also opted for a valve controller, which is additional from Milltek, which allows you to have the valve control on demand, so you can fully open them, fully close them, depending on whether you're in dynamic, you can have the valve shut. It just gives you a little bit more adjustability with the valves and also allows you to fully open the valves, which is really nice. Milltek produce and manufacture all of their exhausts in the UK. I was actually up at the factory yesterday over in Derby and it is pretty insane the work that goes on. As you can see, the welds on this are very, very nice, and it comes with your little fitting installation kit, any bolts or any clamps that you need. Luckily, where the exhaust system is so small on the Audi R8, there's not actually a lot to it. This is considerably lighter than the OEM system as well. They're made with stainless steel 304 grade material, so you're not going to have any worries about rusting or any problems. And the nice thing about Milltek as well is they come with a nice lengthy warranty, so you haven't got nothing to worry about. Anyway, enough talking, let's crack back on getting this installed. We will have to replace the big heat shield, pop it onto the new Milltek system, and then it's just a case of popping it all back up. But there is so much that needs to get removed from this. As you can see in all the clips that I've overlaid, rear lights come out, spoiler area comes out, loads and loads and loads of stuff have to get removed. So make sure you bear that in mind if you are going to be doing this yourself. It is a very long job. The Milltek system has been fitted and we've just started it up and heard it, and it sounds insane. Let me give you some revs now. So the nice thing is, as I said earlier, we've got a valve controller, so we'll start it up with the valve shut, do some revs with the valve shut, then open the valves up. Let's go. So with some static revs, you can hear it is a lot louder, but it sounds very, very nice and very quiet with the valve shut. It's like the perfect best of both worlds. What we'll do now is let's take it out for a drive, get some drive-bys and see what it's like out on the road. Because I can't wait to take this out on the road. Very, very excited. Right, come on, Kai, let's go. You ready, Kai?
I'm ready, mate.
Come on then, let's go.
I'm ready.
Just arrived at QSTuning. They are our tuning partners. AUTOID and QS work together to provide maps for the Audi R8s. I'm going to be twin turboing my car just like this one over here. No, I'm only bantering. No, so basically we've put the OPF delete exhaust system on. When you do an OPF delete on the facelift, you will get a CEL, a check engine light. These guys are basically going to be removing that along with adding 100 horsepower extra to the car. And the reason behind that is because I have got the Audi R8 rear-wheel drive edition, and doing so, Audi have detuned the car to around 540 brake horsepower. These guys are going to be adding a map onto it, which will get it over the power level of a V10 Plus, which is 610 brake horsepower, with a little bit of extra chutney. We should be seeing around 640 brake. So let's get the car on the dyno now, see where it runs stock, get the map on and go from there. So I'm now in the twin turbo R8 with this bloke. Introduce yourself.
I'm Alex from QST. I'm about to make Nathan Paul.
Yeah, Alright, so we're going to go out for a quick drive because the guys are getting the under tray off.
We're pulling the under trays off of yours. On our Maha dyno, we do it around the kind of rear subframe on them, with their tubular chassis. We do it around the rear subframe to pull them down. So the guys are taking the under trays off of it now.
Yep.
We can take this for a rip, get back, do reads on ECU 1 and 2. I've put it on the dyno, log it, get some benchmark figures, and then tune from there.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's go out in this.
Anti-lag?
Yeah, go on. Oh! Oh, that's f***ing ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, I can't lie, that's mad. This car is so fast. F***ing hell. I've been in some fast cars, but this is definitely the fastest car in UK that I've been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you win that. Spud me on that one.
It rips.
She shreds. So Alex is going to let me have a go in it quick.
Don't kill us.
I'm going to try not to kill us, but...
We'll start you in low boost,
Yeah.
which is about 850.
Cool, that'll do.
And then we can turn up on the steering wheel.
Yeah, let's go.
Get it in third, give it a little bit. This is just low boost.
Right now. Right, I want a bit more than that.
You want a bit more?
Yeah,
You want a bit more?
than
Alright,
that,
we'll
yeah.
give you a bit more. There you go.
So this is, what's this now?
So it's high boost on pumps, so it's like 1,050 horsepower.
You know what?
linear, isn't
It'd be a
it?
lot more scary to drive.
It's not too scary.
In the passenger seat,
that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah.
Obviously, I'd rev that out low. Mate, that's really drivable. Oh no, that is. Oh no, this is sick. This is f***ing sick. Didn't get my foot all the way down there. Oh, it's mad though. Wait, big respect, thank you, brother.
That's alright.
That's madness, I'll chill now. It's too expensive. Cool, so we've just hopped in the R8 now. We are on the dyno and Alex is about to dyno the car stock. So we're going to see what it's going to run. Well, it's supposed to be 540 brake from factory, so as close to that as possible, ideally.
I'd say, yeah, our dyno is pretty accurate. A lot of, I don't know, some customers will say our dyno's low, we'll do a car that takes someone to make more, so I'm happy with that, but I'd say it's accurate.
Okay, alright, cool. So 560 brake there.
It's not a generous dyno, put it that way. So, ran Nathan's car stock, logged ECU 1 and 2. Just thought we'd talk a little bit about the difference in tuning between the RWS being a 540 PS model and the Plus being a 610. So we're just talking about that. So if you look at the, this is the throttle and the timing log of the car stock. So you can see when it gets to 6,000 RPM, which when we're saying the Plus really starts to get going, on these Audi start to shut the throttle off on them to reduce the power at the red line.
Like 40% as well.
Yeah. And like we were showing a minute ago then, so obviously you've got the soft limiter in there as well at the moment. So if you look, so if you rev the car up, so obviously we're going to remove all this as well. So that's full throttle, 3.76% throttle. Do you know what I mean?
That's mad. So the car is bone stock. It only has the Milltek OPF back, and it has ran 550 brake horsepower, which is pretty mad.
Had the R8 on the dyno for quite a few hours now throughout the day. Got it to where we want it to get to. So we played around the ignition timing, throttle angle, removed the soft limiter, raised the rev limiter, removed the speed limiter, opened the throttle up at the top to 100%. We'll touch on, we've got a slight dyno issue going on with the rear retarders at the moment. Essentially we're getting to, so the car now revs to 9,000 RPM. We're getting to about 8.25. And then the rear retarders are just saying, no, enough's enough. You're in the car with me. It just flies through to rev limiter.
That's it.
So essentially we've lost 750 RPM of power band. You see it's still climbing. Anyway, we've ended up with 613.5 horsepower, 563 newton meters, with 550 horsepower and 520 newton meters. So we've got really good gains there.
Yep.
Like we were saying, with that extra 750 RPM and it's still climbing, looking at the graph, I'd estimate we've probably got another 25 to 30 horsepower on tap there.
Lovely.
So
but obviously this dyno...
I'd comfortably say it's a 630 horsepower car.
Okay, lovely.
Looking at others we've done before, we're showing you graphs of other RWSs, which we've done before, which is 640 horsepower with a similar exhaust setup.
Yeah, nice.
As well. Then we did back-to-back power runs on it, got it hot. And it's a nice fire coming out the back of it. But we're saying, if you look back, 10 odd years ago...
overlay this clip actually.
Yeah, overlay the clip of the R8 advert for 10 years ago. Performantes do it as well, normal Hurricanes, you see Aventals do it, you just get them hot, the manifolds nice and hot. You see videos like Porsche GT3's doing, dyno.
Yeah.
You'll never get it to do that on the road.
Oh.
Put it that way, you will not get it hot enough. If you can get it hot enough, fair play.
Oh, hopefully I can get it hot enough, because that's good. That's good Instagram
It's just where it's
content.
hot on the dyno, of manifolds going, it's got the unburnt feel, it's just igniting it.
Fair play.
But yeah, it should go really nicely on the road now.
And that's it. Well, thank you very much, Alex.
No worries, thanks
I
for
really
coming down.
appreciate that. If anyone needs any tuning done, obviously,
Holler at us.
shout out this bloke. So we're back in the R8. The R8 has now been tuned. I have been absolutely hammering it everywhere with this new exhaust system, and Jack's now behind the wheel. Say hello, Jack.
Hello guys. I am very, this is the moment I've been waiting for with this car.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of felt constrained up until now, isn't it?
Definitely.
A little bit. So
Right, we got the valve shut first, so we'll drive around with the valve shut.
yeah, to be fair, I can't notice any difference. It sounds quieter than it did before.
Mate, with the valve shut, it's quieter than stock.
Yeah, it actually is.
Like you can hear the road sound more than the exhaust.
100%.
Open the valves up.
Oh, straight away.
Literally, big difference.
I said this in the last video, yeah. But to me, this is like what a supercar. A V10 is a supercar in my eyes.
Yeah, it is.
I understand that it is, but it's in like this is like the epitome for me of a supercar.
Yeah,
Like, I've grown up my entire life wanting a V10 supercar.
Banging out Gran Turismo.
Yeah, like and just always driving it, and so to have this noise behind the back of my head, it just feels like natural.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's weird though because I find the sound of like a V10, I find it almost like it sounds like a game.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when I've been
100%.
recording the sound, I listen back to it. I'm like, that doesn't sound real, does it?
It doesn't sound like it's behind your
Yeah,
head.
it's mad.
Yeah.
It's a really strange experience.
Well,
Also, we've been having another debate in the office. So, the Huracan Performante runs faster track times, apparently, than a McLaren 600 LT, and Jack doesn't believe in that.
Look, I think on paper, the Perf is a faster car than the 600 LT. Like,
Not in a straight line.
Not in a straight line, but I mean, the Perf is what, 620 horsepower? 600 LT is 600 horsepower,
Yeah,
so it's a more powerful car.
It weighs less though. On a straight line, it will dip.
Yeah, the
Perf.
600 LT is what, about 150 kilos lighter, I think.
Yeah,
it
they'll
will
want
dip it, but and then I think round a track, unless it's a very short circuit, I feel like the McLaren is going to have it because the four-wheel drive of the Perf is going to pull it back. But I think neck and neck, they're going to be very, very, very close. And the Nuremberg time, there's like 10-15 seconds between them, and I just don't believe it. I think Lamborghini lied about that time.
I believe it a bit still.
But they've said that
I don't know
it's
why.
faster than a 918 Spider.
Yeah,
918 Spider
mad.
is like what, 700-800 brake, like the same sort of weight, four-wheel drive. It don't same sort of aero, like hybrid drivetrain. It don't make sense in my mind.
So Lambo are chatting shit according to Jack.
Well, they didn't end up posting a time on the STO either, which to me says that they couldn't beat the time with that STO. Oh, that shit!
It's mad.
Makes you feel like racing driving.
It is fast in a passenger seat though.
Oh my god! Give me a full tank of petrol and send me off into the distance. Unreal. What a car.
Right, one more rip.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I feel I'm gonna throw up.
Woo!
Shut up!
What a car!
So that's going to do for today's YouTube video. We've got a lot more coming with the Audi R8. Super happy with everything that we've done so far, and I probably would say it is a super essential mod. If you've enjoyed the video, tell them what to do. Tell them what to do.
Mate, go and buy an exhaust. Mate, buy a V10 and buy a Milltek now because it sounds insane. Mate, what a car.
Subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one.